Hi everyone, I'm Miss Briana from the Hopewell Branch Library. I'm here today to present some new young adult romance novels. The first title we have today is Scattered Showers by Rainbow Rowell. Rainbow Rowell has won fans all over the world by writing about love and life in a way that feels true. In her first collection, she gives us 9 beautifully crafted love stories. Girl meets boy camping outside a movie theater, best friends debate the merits of high school dances, a prince romances a troll, a girl romances an imaginary boy, and Simon Snow himself returns for a holiday adventure. It's a feast of irresistible characters, hilarious dialogue, and masterful storytelling. In short, everything you'd expect from a Rainbow Rowell book. The second title is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. After living through a dumpster fire of a Valentine's Day, Emily Hornby escapes to her grandmother's house for some comfort and a consolation pint of Ben & Jerry's. She passes out on the couch, but when she wakes up, she's back home in her own bed. And it's Valentine's Day all over again. And the next day, another Nightmare V-Day. Emily is stuck in some sort of time loop nightmare that she can't wake up from, as she re-watches her boyfriend, Josh, cheat on her day after day. In addition to Josh's recurring infidelity, Emily can't get away from the enigmatic Nick, who she keeps running into, sometimes literally, in unfortunate ways. How many days can one girl passively watch her life go up in flames? And when something good starts to come out of these terrible days, what happens when the universe stops doling out do-overs? The third title is 6 Times We Almost Kissed, and One Time We Did, by Tess Sharp. Penny and Tate have always clashed. Unfortunately, their mothers are lifelong best friends, so the girls' bickering has carried them through playdates, tragedy, and more than one rom-com marathon with the moms. When Penny's mother decides to become a living donor to Tate's mom, ending her wait for a liver transplant, things go from clashing to cataclysmic, because in order to help their families recover physically, emotionally, and financially, the moms combine their households the summer before senior year. So Penny and Tate make a pact. They'll play nice, be the drama-free daughters their mothers need through the scary and hopeful time. There's only one little hitch in their plan. Penny and Tate keep almost kissing. It's just this confusing thing that keeps happening, from time to time, for basically their entire teenage existence. They've never talked about it. They've always ignored it in the aftermath. But now they're living across the hall from each other, and some things, like their kisses, can't be almosts forever. The fourth title is My Second Impression of You by Michelle I. Mason. 16-year-old Maggie is having the worst day ever. Her perfect boyfriend Theo breaks up with her, and then she literally breaks a leg, foot, preventing her from starring in the school play. When she receives a text offering her the chance to relive her best day ever, the day she and Theo met, she decides to take the leap. Everything would be better if she could figure out how to win him back. Only there's a catch. She doesn't just relive the day, she gets everyone else's perspectives too. The information not only about Theo, but her family, her best friend, and even Theo's obnoxious buddy Carson, who is suddenly nice, is more than she bargained for. As she learns about all the minor details, and major ones she missed the first time around, she finds herself transported back to reality with a completely new perspective and a big opportunity to decide how to move forward on her own terms. Michelle I. Mason offers another heartfelt and relatable YA novel with a twist, diving into big questions of what we'd do differently if we only had the chance, or whether we can trust things to turn out just the way they were meant to be. The fifth title is Last Chance Dance by Lakita Wilson. Layla is crushed when Dev, her boyfriend of 4 years, breaks up with her right before graduation. Just when she's thinking she's wasted her entire high school experience on a dead-end relationship, her best friend Bree reminds her that Last Chance Dance is just around the corner. A high school tradition, the Last Chance Dance gives all the students one last opportunity to find love before they graduate. All Layla has to do is submit 3 unrequited crushes to the dance committee, and if any of her crushes list her too, they'll get matched. Presto, new relationship, just like that. To her utter amazement, Layla is matched with all 3 of her choices, and with someone she never expected. Trey Hillman, her chemistry partner and low-key nemesis. Though at times skeptical, Layla embarks on her last chance dance mission, trying out her matches and going on dates. If Dev wasn't her true love, then maybe someone else is. She knows it's definitely not Trey, even though he seems more and more determined to convince her he's right for her. But as graduation and the dance approaches, and each date seems to change her mind and her heart, Layla must figure out what and who she really wants. It's her last chance, right? The sixth title is The Love Match by Priyanka Taslim. Zara Khan is basically Bangladeshi royalty, but being a princess doesn't pay the bills in Paterson, New Jersey. While Zara's plans for financial security this summer involve working long hours at Chai Ho and saving up for college writing courses, Amma is convinced that all Zara needs is a good match, Jane Austen style. Enter Harun Iman, who's wealthy, devastatingly handsome, and aloof. As soon as Zara meets him, she knows it's a bad match. It's nothing like the connection she has with Naeem Akhtar, the new dishwasher at the tea shop, who just gets Zara in a way no one has before. So, when Zara finds out that Harun is just as uninterested in this match as she is, they decide to slowly sabotage their parents' plans. And for once in Zara's life, she can have her rasmalai and eat it too. Dating Harun and keeping Amma happy while catching real feelings for Naeem. But life and boys can be more complicated than Zara realizes. With her feelings all mixed up, Zara discovers that sometimes being a good Bengali kid can be a royal pain. The seventh title is Well, That Was Unexpected by Jessie Q. Sutanto. After Charlotte Citra's mother catches her in a compromising position, she finds herself whisked away from LA to her mother's native Indonesia. It'll be exactly what they both need, or so her mother thinks. When George Clooney, Tana Wijaya's father, who's obsessed with American celebrities, fears he no longer understands how to get through to his son, he decides to take matters into his own hands. To ensure that their children find the right kind of romantic partner, Charlotte's mother and George's father do what any good parent would do. They strike up a conversation online, pretending to be their children. When the kids find out about their parents' actions, they're horrified. Not even a trip to one of the most romantic places on earth could possibly make Charlotte and George fall for each other. But as the layers peel back and the person they thought they knew from online is revealed, the truth becomes more complicated. As unlikely as it may seem, did their parents manage to find their true match after all? The eighth title is Everyone Hates Kelsey Miller by Meredith Ireland. There's no one Kelsey Miller hates more than Eric Mulvaney Ortiz, the homecoming king, captain of the football team, and academic arch-rival in her hyper-competitive prep school. But after Kelsey's best friend Briana moves across the country and stops speaking to her, she'll do anything, even talk to Eric to find out why. After they run into each other, literally, at the last high school party of the summer, Eric admits he's been ghosted by his girlfriend Jessica. Kelsey tells him she's had zero contact from Briana since she left their upstate New York town. Suddenly, a plan is formed. They'll go on a road trip to the University of Pennsylvania the following week when both Briana and Jessica will be on campus. Together, they'll do whatever it takes to win back their exes. What could go wrong? Used to succeeding in everything, Kelsey and Eric assume they'll naturally figure out the details on the drive down. What they don't expect is that the person they actually need may be the one sitting next to them. The ninth title is 7% of Roe Devereaux by Eleanor Clover. Roe Devereaux can predict your future, or at least the app she built for her senior project can. Working with her neighbor, a retired behavioral scientist, Roe created an app called MASH, designed around the classic game Mansion, Apartment, Shack, House, that can predict a person's future with 93% accuracy. The app will even match users with their soulmates. Though it was only supposed to be a class project, MASH quickly takes off and gains the attention of tech investors. Roe's dream is to work in Silicon Valley, and she'll do anything to prove to her new backing company and the world that the app works. So it's a huge shock when the app says her soulmate is Miller, her childhood best friend with whom she had a friendship-destroying fight 3 years ago. Now thrust into a fake dating scenario, Roe and Miller must address the years of pain between them if either of them will have any chance of achieving their dreams. I hope you enjoyed learning about all these new YA romance novels. You can look for these at your local library. And in case that wasn't enough, here are a few more books from the past few years that I loved. Happy reading!